In this video we are going to talk about top 10 cheapest countries to travel. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Number 10. Denmark. Scandinavian countries are known for being the most costly locations in Europe, but there are ways to do it correctly and save money if you have your heart set on visiting Northern Europe. Denmark is the cheapest of all the Scandinavian countries, yet it is still fairly expensive when compared to other parts of Europe. To actually save money on this trip, avoid the peak summer season and, most likely, spring, as the nice weather attracts a large number of travelers and raises rates. Flights and accommodations, on the other hand, are up to 40% cheaper between September and November, when the summer throngs have left, but the windy winter weather hasn't yet arrived. Bakeries are another fantastic method to save money on food in Denmark. Instead of paying for pricey meals at your hotel or a touristy restaurant, go to a neighborhood bakery outside of the city center. Wienerbrød or Danish pastries, airy, flaky pastries filled with jams or custard cream, are a terrific economical breakfast alternative. Number 9. Bulgaria. Bulgaria, an unpretentious eastern country that remains largely off the beaten path, is hard to beat for low pricing in Europe. Tourists from surrounding countries flock to Bulgaria in the summer to enjoy the Black Sea at bargain prices, but the country is quiet the rest of the year. That means no large crowds, no noise, and no exorbitant expenses for lodging, food, and attraction admission. In truth, the most interesting places in Bulgaria are free to visit. Sofia, the country's capital, is an old city with Turk and Byzantine influences, but the country's true attractiveness can only be discovered after you venture out into the countryside. Ancient tiny settlements coexist with majestic castles perched atop mountains. An all-day ski lift. Ticket in Bulgaria costs a tenth of what it would cost elsewhere in Europe, and hiking trails will take you up slopes as high as the Alps for free. Number 8. Cambodia. Cambodia is most recognized for housing Angkor Wat, the world's largest religious monument. Even this world-famous destination is incredibly inexpensive to visit. Simply take a tuk-tuk, open motorcycle taxi, to your destination, purchase a temple ticket at the first temple's entrance, and explore to your heart's content for pennies. When you're ready to move on, your tuk-tuk driver will take you to the next temple and wait for you. In NYC, hiring a tuk-tuk for the day will cost you the same as a 15-minute cab journey. A meal at a nice restaurant in Cambodia may be had for the price of a Starbucks coffee, and a modern, comfortable room in a nice hotel in Cambodia will likely be less expensive than a shared hostel room in Europe. However, don't try to save money by drinking tap water in Cambodia, it's a no-no. Number 7. Nepal. Unless you're planning a full-fledged guided journey up Mount Everest, which isn't inexpensive, Nepal is incredibly affordable. Even better, you can still do a lot of hiking and even climbing for very little money. Even lengthy treks, such as an 11-day hike in Langtang Valley, will set you back only a few $100s, less than a fraction of the cost of a journey to Everest Base Camp. In the low season, Nepal is difficult to visit since the months of mid-June to mid-September bring heavy rains, severe flooding, and sometimes dangerous landslides that block paths and make hiking impossible. Furthermore, the weather is damp and gloomy throughout these months, resulting in low visibility and no views of the mountains. Locally affordable guided treks do exist, but double-check that they provide safe excursions. You'll save money if you join up for a trek when you arrive rather than booking ahead of time. You can always explore on your own and save even more money, if you're not going anyplace too technical. Number 6. Morocco. Morocco is one of those places where, depending on your choices, you might spend a lot of money or spend very little. Visiting Morocco's famous Marrakesh Bazaar, for example, can be expensive, especially if you're looking for hand-woven rugs or painted glass, but if you learn to haggle like your life depends on it, you'll be able to find some bargains. Intercity first-class train rides in Morocco are around the same price as a metro ride in the United States. Even better, at any of the big attractions, like as the Royal Saudians Tombs or the 12th century Menara Gardens, you won't have to pay for a guide because they're either easy to find on your own or include an English-speaking guide in the entry price. Number 5. Portugal. It is simple to travel around Portugal on a budget thanks to excellent bus, tram, and train connections. While Lisbon is slightly more expensive, eating and entertainment in the rest of the country is relatively affordable. Even popular beach sites like Camilo Beach in the Algarve can be visited on a budget if you plan ahead and don't need to sleep on the beach. Because the genuine high season in Portugal lasts only 2 months, June and July, traveling outside of those months will help you find better transportation and lodging rates, allowing you to save even more money. Winter is also a terrific season to travel for excellent deals, especially if you're going to the cities with temperatures hovering around 15 degrees Celsius in January. Portugal is never very chilly. Number 4. Bolivia. Bolivia is frequently overlooked in favor of its more well-known neighbors, Peru and Brazil, but this country at the heart of the Andean mountain range has a diverse range of attractions to see. Bolivia is a multi-ethnic country with 36 official indigenous languages and a diverse ecosystem that ranges from desert llanos, plains, to the western Andes frigid heights. Many of Bolivia's most famous sites are free to visit, including Lake Titicaca, South America's largest lake, a variety of pre-Columbian archaeological sites, the salt lake Laguna Verde at the foot of a volcano, and the world's largest salt flat, Sala de Uyuni. Walking through the tall stone spires and the colorful hillside in tones of reds, browns, and even dark violets in the Valle de la Luna is an experience to remember, and the protected region costs no entrance fee. It beats practically any desert hike in the world. Number 3. Uganda. Kenya and Tanzania are well-known photo safari destinations around the world. The world's greatest population of elephants, lions, and giraffes may be found in the Serengeti and Masai Mara reserves. However, safari camps aren't cheap, and both countries are plagued by civil upheaval, which forces travelers to join guided tours to see anything outside of the capital, resulting in additional costs that make the countries unaffordable. Uganda, on the other hand, is a safe and stable country with plenty of big creatures to view, as well as one very particular bonus. It's the world's best gorilla trekking destination and the last site on the planet where huge populations of mountain gorillas live in the wild. Gorilla trekking is subject to tight regulations, and visitors to Uganda's Bwindi Impenetrable Forest National Park must first get a trekking permit before embarking on a guided tour into the jungle. Although gorilla trekking permits aren't cheap or simple to come by, wait times can be up to 24 months because there are only a limited number of permits available each year. A trip here is still fairly affordable for an once-in-a-lifetime wildlife viewing experience. Visit between March and May, or between October and November, to receive even greater deals. Because these are the wettest months, the hikes are more difficult and slick, but the trekking programs and permits are also considerably cheaper. Number 2. Dominican Republic. Travel packages and all-inclusive vacations are sometimes cheaper than budgeting on your own in the Caribbean, and the Dominican Republic is no exception. Restaurants and accommodations will be your biggest expenses if you're visiting Punta Cana, Puerto Plata, or other popular beach spots, as prices skyrocket during high season, which runs from mid-December to mid-April. Summer is considered low season and is significantly cheaper, so sun worshippers who don't mind temps in the 30s may benefit from visiting during this time. Number 1. Egypt. There are several countries throughout the world that are more than just affordable for individuals interested in ancient civilizations. You may travel to India to view the Taj Mahal, Jordan to see ancient tombs and temples, or Peru to climb through the remains of Machu Picchu, the lost capital of the Incas. However, Egypt, with its pyramids, Valley of the Kings, Great Sphinx of Giza, and 13th century BC Abu Simbel temples, wins the top slot. Even a tight budget will go a long way in Egypt, where you can visit the ancient Abu Simbel temples for the price of a movie ticket, take a full guided tour from Luxor to the Valley of the Kings for the price of a movie ticket, or spend several hours sampling amazing local hot drinks and sweets at one of Cairo's many tea houses. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.